क्या कविता जी आपके हस्बैंड को हिंदी नहीं आता और मेरे को अंग्रेजी नहीं आता?
Whenever I pick up the phone, they used to say, Mr. Krishnamurthy, Mr. Krishnamurthy. After a while, I said, Mr. Krishnamurthy, his father, he passed away a long time back.
क्रिकेट से लेके पिट्ठू से लेके कांचा सब खेलते थे.
You cannot become a great musician by reading 200 books. If you practice 200 hours and listen 200 hours, you can become a better musician.
Say क्या जानू सजन?
क्या जानू सजन?
See, sing it. क्या जानू सजन, होती है क्या गम की शाम.
Music is very, very essential for intellectual, emotional, and spiritual development of any human being.
The greatest artists are the ones who spiritually touch you. I hope he doesn't study anymore. In any marriage, जो lasting quality होती है वो companionship होती है. उनका हंसा सारे गाने पंचमदा के इतने अच्छे होते हैं. तुमको पा ही लिया मैंने यूं.
सो मेरे लिए तो लगता है कि बहुत बड़ा एक फ़ैन मोमेंट आज लॉन्ग प्ले में टेक्स मी बैक टू ऑल इंडिया रेडियो. आई एम टेकिंग आउट अ रिकॉर्ड वेयर यू नो हिज पिक्चर इज़ देयर and there are other giants of international music, and I'm like, wow. So that was more than almost 3 decades, 2.5 decades back, and today I'm meeting him in person and meeting Kavita ji also. I think वो हम सब के इंडिया में शायद ही कोई हो जिनके जीवन का उनके सॉन्ग्स उनका हिस्सा नहीं है. सो जितने भी बड़े बड़े अवार्ड्स और बड़ी बड़ी चीज़ें उनके बारे में कहूँ लाइक वो इनकम्प्लीट है. बट मोर देन दैट आई थिंक जो मुझे लगता है कि एज टुगेदर एज अ फैमिली एज अ कपल द काइंड ऑफ things you notice and the kind of things you can learn from them can really benefit us. हमारे साथ हैं Dr. L. Subramaniam and Kavita Krishnamurthy ji. I can say probably the most melodious couple of India.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So kind of you.
एक म्यूज़िक लवर के तौर पे भी आपको इस कॉन्वर्जेशन में दो अलग अलग मुख्तलिफ चीज़ें सुनने को मिलेंगी. ऑफ कोर्स कविता जी इज़ लॉट ऑफ हिंदी सिनेमा सॉन्ग्स और उसके साथ साथ उनका क्लासिकल में जो इंटरेस्ट है और उनके थ्रू जो हमारी मेमोरीज बनी है वो. और दूसरी तरफ द वास्ट एक्सपीरियंस दैट ही हैज़ इन स्कोरिंग, कंपोजिंग, परफॉर्मिंग. ही इज़ अ लेजेंड हिमसेल्फ. Collaborates with some very illustrious friends of his. So we'll try to get those stories. I see somebody who is very childlike, like the way you were just sitting and just working on your composition. How do you like? Is this now a conscious part of your personality that you? I just want to enjoy music like as I used to do when I was 10 or 12.
I think music has become part of us over a period of time. And it was my father, I mean, I never seen him a single day going by without him practicing or writing something on a notebook. He used to maintain a notebook and write everything, annotating a song or his own composition. So that kind of thing, so it became part and parcel of our life. And sometime when I was very young, incidentally my father was my teacher, guru, professor, violinist, and he is responsible for making Indian violin a solo instrument, globally acceptable. Before that, it was basically an accompanying instrument on the side. He dreamt about having Indian violin played in Carnegie Hall, Royal Albert Hall, all those dreams he had. For that, he also realized we had to change and develop a lot of new techniques, which is our own technique, so that it's not we are copying the Western violin technique. So we did all those things. His dream was to do this. So, and it also required a lot of discipline, regular practice, dedication, everything. He used to do all those things. Looking at him, we all got a little part of that. And number two is he never used to say, I mean, sometime when you say you have an exam and can we, skip practice 1 or 2 days or something, he used to say, did you brush your teeth? Did you have a shower? Did you eat? So yes. So all these things you had time only for practice. Skip one of those things and you can still do this time. If you want, you can make time for anything. He used to say that. That stayed in my mind. So it is all your mind, your will, and what you really want to do. You will find time somehow to squeeze in your practice. And afterwards, it's become part of your own emotion, feeling, and prayer, whatever you call it. You start doing it every day.
And you still do it because...
I enjoy doing it. It's not like nobody tells me sit and practice. I just in the morning, whenever it is, like doing a little prayer, I just play one of the compositions in praise of Lord Ganesh, if possible.
Wow.
Then try to work whatever you feel like.
दिल्ली में आप बड़ी हुई हैं, like this is where you have some amazing memories जो शायद हमारे पास नहीं है उस दिल्ली शहर की.
As you were talking about Delhi days, I remember the very first time, the only time I heard Kumar Gandharv was at Gandharv Mahavidyalaya.
Oh.
And my master ji Balram Puri used to teach there, and who taught me how to love
अच्छा,
music.
वो भी गंधर्व में थे
वो वहाँ सिखाते थे, और he used to come home to teach us. And everything about music, my love for music, everything came from Shri Balram Puri, my first tutor in Delhi here.
जी.
And my first, of course, I started learning Tagore music in Kalibadi. There was a Surma Basuji who used to teach. So I used to go across to the Panditji's house and we used to learn Tagore music. And I did my first competition in Kalibadi Durga temple. And I remember Shri Anil Bishwasji was the judge.
Wow.
And in the children's section, I got an award. And then next year, we started learning Hindustani from Balram Puri ji. And my brother used to sing beautifully. He used to, if he ever sang, then he used to get the first prize. But never mind. We both learned to love music because of Master Ji. And he used to take us to do exams in Gandhar Mahavidyalaya. And he also took us for Kumar Ji's concert. And those days I was staying right across Kalibadi. But you wouldn't have seen those houses. They were those old independent government houses where each rooms probably had 4 doors, and it was like the whole house was like a corridor. Each bedroom had 4 doors, and it would lead to another room, and that would lead to another room, and you would have an open courtyard this side, you'd have an open courtyard that side. So we used to have these big lawns which 4 bungalows used to share. So we used to play pittu, everything there.
अरे वाह,
पिट्ठू सब कुछ. फिर जब मास्टर जी आते थे, मदर used to shout, मास्टर जी आ गए. So we used to run to the house to learn from Master Ji. That was my life in Delhi, I remember. And I used to walk to school. I used to cross all those squares, Outram Squares, Dalhousie Square, सब cross करके. I used to go to Convent of Jesus and Mary in Delhi. I did my schooling there.
अगर आप दिल्ली के बाहर के हैं तो मैं आपको थोड़ा सा जियोग्राफिकली वो बता देता हूँ. सेंट्रल दिल्ली में आप कभी भी आएंगे तो एक बहुत फेमस लैंडमार्क है जो कि रघुपति राघव राजा राम, शायद उसकी कुछ पहली इंडिपेंडेंट इंडिया में परफॉर्मेंसेस भी हुई थी, तो कहते हैं बिरला मंदिर में हुई थी. तो वो मंदिर मार्ग वो है, और वहीं पे जो कालीबाड़ी है जिसके बारे में कविता जी बात कर रहे हैं. और अब तो वहाँ पर काफ़ी सारे गवर्नमेंट फ्लैट्स हैं, लेकिन वो पहले वो इंडिपेंडेंट हाउसेज हुआ करते थे,
स्क्वायर्स होते थे.
ओह,
स्क्वायर्स में भी बहुत सारे लड़के होते थे. हम लोग क्रिकेट से लेके पिट्ठू से लेके कांचा सब खेलते थे. एंड देयर वर सो मेनी फ्रेंड्स. और जब शाम को 7 बज जाता था, सब अपने अपने घर, कोई ये स्क्वायर जा रहा है, कोई वही स्क्वायर जा रहा है, विलिंगटन स्क्वायर जा रहा है, यहाँ जा रहा है, वहाँ जा रहा है. और मैं वापस अपने घर. शाम को 5 बजे मास्टर जी आते थे, हफ्ते में 3 दिन.
कविता कृष्णमूर्ति ने कभी कंचे भी खेले हैं लाइफ में?
बहुत कुछ, हाँ. फिर वो रस्सी से वो टॉप्स भी, हाँ, लट्टू सब. I was okay. I was not great, but I used to play everything as a child. अब बच्चों को बेचारों को खेलने की जगह ही नहीं है, कोई ग्राउंड्स नहीं है. I don't see children playing outdoor games. और जो जैसे 5-6 जगहों के बच्चे इकट्ठे होके क्रिकेट क्लब भी बन जाता था, वो तो अभी नहीं होता है. अभी तो सब बेचारे अपार्टमेंट्स में रहते हैं, सब अलग अलग जिंदगी, एक साथ खेलने का वो मौका नहीं मिलता.
स्क्रीन्स पे हैं. और
it was a golden childhood, I used to love my childhood in Delhi.
How's your morning at home, or how's your day like when you're not performing or something?
Studio days, I used to get up early and be in the studio by 8 o'clock. But after marriage, slowly things changed. I became a night bird, and sometimes if he was sitting at night and I had to learn something from him, then I would be learning at 12 o'clock instead of sleeping. But what happened is now I have the luxury of being able to get up late, the days I sleep late. So my practice invariably happens close to 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. It's not the 7 or 8, 5 or 6 routine. But then I'm at home. The days I know I'm at home and I don't have to go anywhere, I'm a bit reclusive. I don't go out anywhere. I prefer staying at home. So my practice would be post breakfast, you know. So 10:30, 11, I sing whatever I feel like singing on that day. But still, my practice cannot be anywhere close to what he does. He is 24 hours in music. Even when he's sleeping, you'll see his hands going like this because he's playing the violin.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
he's playing the violin most of the time. Yeah, it's that violin is an extension of his body now. It's not a separate part.
What is the first language? Like, is it mostly English or is it Tamil or like?
For me, I was born in Chennai,
Yeah.
and we all learned Tamil was mother tongue for
Ji.
us. But also, in school, we want to learn Hindi because that will help to understand Sanskrit. We want to understand Dikshatas, Kriti, some old Vedic things and everything. By the time, because of the political reasons, in Tamil Nadu, the then chief minister said no Hindi, so they chased all the Hindi teachers, beat them up. No Sanskrit teachers. In school, we joined for Sanskrit also. They were all chased away, so there was no Sanskrit, no Hindi. So we became, unfortunately, that part of the generation where they never learned Hindi or Sanskrit. We learned only Tamil.
But do you follow now because Kavita ji speaks so fluently?
Very
like-
little bit, but I can't really read anything, which I would have loved to.
जैसे एक बार ये सुल्तान खां साहब के साथ जुगलबंदी कर रहे थे, मैंने कहा देखो देयर विल बी टाइम एंड खां साहब विल प्ले वेरी वेल, क्योंकि खां साहब मुझे बोलते थे कि क्या कविता जी आपके हस्बैंड को हिंदी नहीं आता और मेरे को अंग्रेज़ी नहीं आता, फिर भी हम एक साथ मिलके बजाएंगे और हमारी कम्युनिकेशन होगी. ऐसे हाँ तो आई सेड यू नो एंड खां साहब प्लेज वेरी वेल, so you please say क्या बात है. So the concert was happening in Chennai. I'll never forget, in between the Khan Sahab really played a beautiful phrase and he said क्या बात है. So all of us started laughing, but good for him, he did it.
It's beautiful. Are you a fan of Hindi music? Like, which is your favorite Kavita Krishnamurthy song?
But there's more than one. But
More than one?
Yeah, because one of the thing is Nimbuda song, which is a very difficult song. The other one,
He likes Nimbuda, really he likes
Nimbuda?
Nimbuda.
He loves Nimbuda.
It's based on a folk song, but
Ji,
it has
ji,
been
ji.
very nicely utilized. It's also not very easy to sing.
And the other
so-
song you like, which you will definitely stumble with saying the words, I know I'll say that. It's Kya Janu Sajan.
Kya
No?
Janu Sajan.
Say Kya Janu Sajan.
Kya Janu Sajan.
See, he's saying it. वो दिल विल प्यार व्यार
दिल
में
विल?
जो गाया था ना वो गाना. पंचमदा का रीमेक था. सारे गाने उस फिल्म में
सारे remake थे
पंचमदा
वो.
के रीमेक, तो ये रीमेक ही था. एंड इट वाज पंचमदा का अमेजिंग कॉम्पोजिशन. यू नो हाउ ही कंपोजेस. उनका हर सारे गाने पंचमदा के इतने अच्छे होते हैं.
Which one would you like to hum for us? Maybe this or...
क्या जानू सचिन?
Yeah. You want thumb for it?
No, it's alright. क्या जानू सजन होती है क्या गम की शाम, जल उठे 100 दिए जब लिया तेरा नाम.
Oof. This is beautiful. This is Stuff of Dreams. This is my first experience like listening to her like that. But I think when she's talking as well, it's so melodious. Like, you know, it's like as if she's singing. And what kind of music that you guys listen to? Like, because you listen to, I'm sure, like, इतना कुछ है आप लोगों के पास सुनने के लिए और उसको, you know, there's so much to absorb because it's very obvious you're still in student mode.
You know, I listen to all kind of music. Basically, the whole...
But basically non-film.
Basically not. The whole concept of global fusion I started in 70s was because I started listening to African music, started listening to Indonesian gamelan, and there was also, you know, this some of the clamor music, and of course Western classical, Bach, Beethoven, and Chopin, the pure Western classical thing, and our own Indian classical music. So ultimately, I decided, you know, whenever in the West they say classical music, they refer only to the Western classical, Occidental music. Everything else they put under one carpet.
World
music. That include Indian classical, pop, jazz, everything you can call it world music. Anything which is not Western classical, they try to say world music or the traditional music. But I used to every time say, you know, we have probably the oldest classical tradition of music, which is different than theirs. We have 22 Shrutis in one octave, whereas they are talking about 12 tone till now. So it's basically our system is one of the oldest, sophisticated, complicated classical musical system. So it should be classical music. So I started, instead of using world music, started using global music concept where I included their classical music also and started writing with our classical music, their classical music, Chinese traditional music, African music, Indonesian gamelan, which is also their traditional music.
I love Bollywood music. I've grown with Bollywood music, and I think it is one of the finest contributions India could have done to, Sugam Sangeet.
जी.
But when you are with a musician who has worked with artists all around the world, then you realize the importance of how different instruments can play such a major role in your life. For me now, how violin can play a major role in my life, how a piano concerto can play a major role in my life, how even, there's a piece which he has played with a koto, which is a Japanese instrument.
It's a beautiful song,
when
yeah.
that piece gets played, I automatically get transported into meditation. It's a meditational feeling for me. It's a spiritual. So, there are so many different aspects of music, and each artist touches you from a different point of view. You might go to listen to an artist because you feel he's absolutely virtuosic, and the kind of things he does with his voice, nobody else can, and you enjoy it there. And now then you come to another artist who's got a very limited range, but he's got a voice that can make you cry within that limited range. So which artist is better? No, I would say they're like five fingers. Each one contributes different to the art, and all together, this is art and this is the world we live in. There's so much each person can contribute.
जी.
The greatest artists are the ones who spiritually touch you. That's my feeling. I'm sorry I'm talking so much.
No.
But I feel the artist whom I carry inside my heart is the artist who has spiritually moved me, who has made me think of the other world when I'm listening to them. Then for a few moments, I'm not within my body. I am somewhere else. And that is the artist who can make me cry and who I carry with me all my life.
So आप गा पाती हैं इनके लिए मौका मिलता है ज़्यादा?
After we got married, we did an album called Hum Dono, where I made him compose in Hindi for me. And I did a song with Sonu Nigam, with Hari Haran, Suresh Wadkar, Lucky Ali, Shan, two solos. So that's an album which he did for me. And I must say, I think he did a very fine job of composing. And then after that, he wrote so many, when I sang with orchestras, he gave me a chance to sing with symphony orchestras in different places. So he wrote a piece called Freedom Symphony. Then I did a piece called Bharat Symphony, which was like in 4 parts. The first part starts with the Adi Ganesha Shloka. And the second part is the entry of Hindustani music in India, which is the Mughal period. So that's based on Rag Malkos. And the third period is the British period. So it is entirely orchestral and harmony and everything.
So second part goes in Khayal and then
a little bit of it's an entire symphony orchestra playing more on Malkos. And the first is, Gadanam Tvam Ganapatim Hava Mehe. That's the old Veda. I think that's the first movement. Second is the introduction of tabla and the Malkos. Third is the British period. So there's no Indian voice there. So it's basically Western harmony and it goes in that. And fourth is the post-independence period. So he made me sing, we sang with a little bit of freedom words, and then we sang Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, ended with that, saying that's the most important part of our Indian culture is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So he's written these interesting symphonies for me, and I don't read Western music, but I am able to memorize my parts where I come in, and it's been very exciting to do absolutely independent music with them, not based on film songs with symphony orchestra, but original pieces which written for my voice. So I get to do a lot of interesting things when I'm with him, which is very learning process for me. It's still on because there's so much to, and sometimes I never knew how to sing a Tillana, which is a typical South Indian form. But he made me record a Tillana. So these are very interesting parts of my life, yeah.
Well, sir, I want to understand. You were already a doctor. You're a medicine doctor. Then you decided you want another kind of doctorate, which is PhD in music. And you're still studying. And
yeah, he just finished his D.Lit. I hope he doesn't study anymore.
It's difficult for people to study. Like on an average, people are struggling. So how do you do this? And maybe there's some things from you have some pointers for people.
Basically, necessity is the mother of invention. Playing concerts everywhere and everything, you try to say, because there is two schools. One, people who go to college get a piece of paper, and people tend to believe that piece of paper, that knowledge is better than any other thing, unfortunately. But if you see people like, whether it's Bhim Singh ji or Jasraj ji, Bismillah Khan Sahab,
Wow.
they never went to school.
Ji.
But what they did with music, they took the music to another level because of the another angle, another level, another expression of the music, emotion and spirituality. So being an art form, you go to college and read and get every year gold medal performing, MA, BA gold medal. But till today, there are not a single person who can be comparable to these legends who had never even gone to school.
Exactly.
They don't have a piece of paper. But these people would not have been allowed to go to the university and give a lecture about music. Unfortunately, if anybody can talk about music, these are the people who can give tips because they have done music and they have become legends even without stepping into an institution. It's Gurukul system. So there has to be some bridge between Gurukul system and this kind of learning. Then people, when you have a piece of paper, they automatically assume you are more knowledgeable than somebody else. This is system. It is true in the other cases, in science and mathematics, nothing. When it comes to music, it's a practical art form. You cannot become a great musician by reading 200 books. If you practice 200 hours and listen 200 hours, you can become a better musician. In order to write books, in order to do that, people will question if I don't have a piece of paper. Then people won't recognize you. So I did my PhD. Then later on I did my D.Lit, saying that, we can derive millions of scales based on the 72 parent scales from Carnatic system. People didn't believe it, said, I'm just saying it. Being a musician, he can say whatever he wants. So I did a thesis. So in the thesis, we have derived more than 5 million scales.
5 million?
Yeah, more than 5. It is, so the thesis paper, they cannot print it. It is more than 5 lakhs papers. It is in the computer. That was my D.Lit submission, which I got D.Lit some time back.
So putting all the zigzag, but you derive so many million scales.
My D.Lit is on that. So
5
now,
million
if
scale, more than 5 million.
Yeah, if you
It's
say
not necessary all of them are singable, but there are so many scales.
yeah, everything is playable, but it is difficult also.
Yeah.
That's the first thing they'll say. If tomorrow, with somebody.
And also because the institute that MA, BA, PhD that he's running now,
Yeah.
he said if I don't have a piece of paper which says I'm a PhD myself, and it's just honorary people, he's got honorary. He says, no, I really want to have a piece of paper so that I have an authority to, tomorrow I want to start a center in my father's name.
Which we
I
have
want to
already
educate
started.
children. I must also have a piece of paper. The only person who hasn't done it was quite happy with honorary doctorate is
But
me.
you are in a different league. What you have done, 35,000, 30,000
No, because
songs.
I'm a graduate. I said for me to do MA and then do PhD is too much. I said I'm happy with.
आप जब मासेस में हैं भारत में, तो ज़्यादातर लोग आपको ज़्यादा पहचानते हैं क्योंकि आपने हिंदी से सिनेमा के गाने गाए हैं, बॉलीवुड सॉन्ग
जी.
और आप जब बाहर जाते हैं तो मुझे लगता है कि कविता कृष्णमूर्ति को बहुत लोग कम जानते हैं और वहाँ पर सिर्फ एल सर को जानते हैं. सो ये बहुत देयर इज अ डाइकोटमी.
मुझे लगता है ये ट्रू कनेक्शन है कि मैं यहाँ पे जब जहाँ जाती हूँ तो लोग अगर मेरे गाने बहुत पसंद करते हैं और मुझे मतलब ज़्यादा इनसे वो मतलब पहचान होती है तो एक्चुअली चुपचाप खड़े रहते हैं और स्माइल करते हैं. उनको बहुत खुशी होती है इस बात की. और मैं बहुत प्राउड फील करती हूँ. जैसे जब मैं शुरू में जब स्पेन वगैरह ऐसे जगह पे गई हूँ शोज़ के लिए जहाँ पे इनका कॉन्सर्ट हो रहा है. पहले 2 रोज़ में सारे उस यूनिवर्सिटी के स्पेनिश यूनिवर्सिटी के सारे वायलिनिस्ट बैठे होते हैं, इनको सुनने आए हैं. तो आई फील वेरी प्राउड कि ये इंडियन वायलिन को ये स्टेटस मिल रहा है, इंडियन म्यूज़िक को ये स्टेटस मिल रहा है. तो बेसिकली हम दोनों संगीत से कनेक्टेड हैं. तो किसी फॉर्म में जब संगीत को रिकग्निशन मिलता है या कुछ मिलता है हम दोनों को, हम वी बोथ फील वेरी हैप्पी. यहाँ पे इनफैक्ट हमारी बहुत यूनिटी है इस बात पे हम दोनों की. बिकॉज़ वो फील करते हैं कि कभी कभी मैं बहुत नर्वस रहती हूँ. फिर मैं इनको बोलती हूँ देखो मैं तो इतना नहीं जानती हूँ, मैं कहाँ इम्प्रोवाइज़ करूँ ऐसे, मैं ये राग ढंग से जानती भी नहीं हूँ और आप मुझे कह रहे हैं कि गाओ, मैं कैसे गाऊँ? तो ही सेइंग तुम्हारी जो आवाज़ है मेरे पास वो आवाज़ नहीं है, तुम्हारी पास वो जो आवाज़ है उसको तुम यूटिलाइज़ करो, डोंट फील नेगेटिव अबाउट इट एवर, ही सेइंग।
Wow.
और मुझे बहुत बार इन्होंने एक्चुअली बहुत बार टीज़ किया है, मुझे बहुत बार बोला है तुम मोहम्मद अली की किताबें पढ़ते रहो। मैंने कहा क्यों? ही सेज ही ऑलवेज सेज आई एम द ग्रेटेस्ट, आई एम द ग्रेटेस्ट। ये तुम 10 बार अपने लिए रोज़ सुबह बोलो आई एम द ग्रेटेस्ट, आई एम द ग्रेटेस्ट। ये पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग करो। जब भी मैं तुमसे पूछता हूँ ये मैं कैसे गाऊँगी, डरी हुई रहती है। क्यों? यू हैव टू से आई एम द ग्रेटेस्ट, हैव द कॉन्फिडेंस, इज नथिंग दैट्स नॉट इम्पॉसिबल, ओनली तुमको यू हैव टू वर्क टूवर्ड्स इट।
Wow.
तो,
Because
हाँ,
हम ही बैरियर बन जाते हैं,
हम ही
अपने
बैरियर बन जाते हैं।
the sense of self,
हाँ,
you know, and वो self अगर हट गया तो फिर तो there's
ये
only
जब
God and
जब
it's
हिंदी
challenging.
में भी इन्होंने कंपोज जब किया ना, एक बार भी मुझे नहीं कहा ये मैं लैंग्वेज समझता नहीं हूँ, मैं कैसे कंपोज करूँ। इसे जस्ट स्कैन इट, पढ़ो उसको क्या है, कैसे तुम उसको पढ़ो पहली लाइन को। फिर उन्होंने बैठ के फट से जब कंपोज किया, मैंने कहा आप तो लैंग्वेज समझते नहीं हो। इसे ये बैरियर्स तुम्हारे मन में है, मेरे मन में नहीं है। मेरे मन में ये बैरियर्स नहीं है। मुझे मेरा काम करना है, सम वे और द अदर आई डू माई बेस्ट विद इन माई कैपेसिटी, जो भी मेरा बेस्ट है आई विल डू इट।
Has there been a situation, sir, like, you know, when both of you are out in public and in India, like, she's getting recognized because she's, you know, voice of popular songs, and then you just standing there and somebody has asked you, like, can you please take a picture with Kavita Krishnamurthy or something like that? You know, some awkward situation.
Several times it has happened.
Several
Because
times.
when you go to, especially in Calcutta and a lot of other places, North, I mean, she's a very big star. Everybody wants to take a selfie, picture, photo, everything. Sometimes when we go together also, sometimes I get pushed around. They try to push me. So many times funny things have happened. And people, whenever I pick up the phone, they used to say, Mr. Krishnamurthy, Mr. Krishnamurthy. After a while, I said, Mr. Krishnamurthy, his father, he passed away a long time back. So, all funny things.
I love it. And you just can take it in your stride. It's so... See, you're an artist. आप दोनों artist हैं. Like, but I think the kind of romance you have must be very simple, different. Or what is it?
No, it's like other people only. मुझे तो लगता है कि सबसे in any marriage जो लास्टिंग क्वालिटी होती है वो कंपेनियनशिप होती है, कि यू फील लाइक ट्रू फ्रेंड्स। और वो जो फ्रेंडशिप है वही लास्ट होता है, कि वी नीड ईच अदर एज फ्रेंड्स, मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट। तो आई थिंक वो फ्रेंडशिप हमारे लिए वो म्यूज़िक से ही शुरू हुआ, एंड वी शेयर वही म्यूज़िक हम बच्चों के साथ भी शेयर करते हैं। तो आई थिंक हमारे लिए म्यूज़िक इज़ अ कैपिटल एम इन आवर लाइफ। वो म्यूज़िक के वजह से ही, संगीत की वजह से हम बहुत जुड़े हुए हैं। और उनके कॉन्सर्ट के पहले आई एम प्रेइंग, मैं प्रे करती हूँ कि भगवान उनका वायलिन का साउंड ठीक रहे उनका। और मैं भी वो जब मैं जाती हूँ तो ही विल से अ स्मॉल प्रेयर व्हेन आई एम walking up on stage to perform.
Wow.
So I think it's caring for each other and companionship and a true friendship. यहाँ पे कोई envy या jealousy नहीं आ सकता है। envy या jealousy आए तो I don't think we can be true artists. क्योंकि कोई भी अच्छा परफॉर्म करे, अगर हम म्यूज़िक से प्यार है हमारा तो उसको हम दाद देंगे। वहाँ ये नहीं सोचेंगे उसको मेरे से ज़्यादा तालियाँ क्यों मिल रहा है, क्योंकि पता है उस मेहनत के पीछे कितने घंटे रियाज गया है। तो उस आदमी को तो दाद देना ही चाहिए ना। You have to.
When you're just saying this, वो हम दिल दे चुके सनम का जो टाइटल ट्रैक है ना, वो मुझे लगता है कि वो बहुत खूबसूरती से आपकी रिलेशनशिप पे, बिकॉज कुछ कहने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, कुछ समझने की ज़रूरत नहीं है।
हाँ, डेफिनेटली मुझे पता है कि इन माई मोस्ट डायर नीड्स ऑफ माई लाइफ ही इज़ देयर फॉर मी। मुझे पता है कि मुझे मेरी थोड़ी सी भी तबीयत ठीक नहीं हो तो ही विल लीव एवरीथिंग एंड टेक मी टू द डॉक्टर, और ये खुद जाएंगे। ही विल नॉट लेट मी गो अलोन, कभी नहीं। मतलब कितना भी बिजी हूँ वो बोलेंगे नहीं तुम अकेली नहीं जाओगी, यू कैन नॉट गो विथ एनी बडी एल्स, आई हैव टू बी विथ यू। तो इन माई डायर नीड्स इज़ देयर फॉर मी एंड आई ऑल्सो फील फॉर I hope he won't need me like that, but I will be there. So I think that is more, that is the binding of music, I think. That is the main binding of music.
That is, I think there's so many life lessons for all of us.
You know, ego, even within a family, आप देखिए माँ बाप या बच्चों के बीच में जब ईगो कैपिटल ई से आ जाता है ना, किसी रिलेशनशिप में जब ईगो बहुत हावी हो जाता है, वो रिलेशनशिप फिर प्योर या
I think sharing and caring is very important.
And caring is very important.
Anything you do
between
for a
husband
family.
wife, between children.
Children.
बच्चों को भी बहुत प्यार से हम लोग बता सकते हैं. आजकल के बच्चों को हम थोड़ा डांट सकते हैं, बड़े प्यार से बताना पड़ता है. एंड देन वी प्रे टू गॉड कि इनको रास्ता दिखाओ.
एग्जैक्टली.
क्योंकि हमारी जनरेशन काफ़ी प्रे, हमने देखा है कि हमारे प्रीवियस जनरेशन भी बहुत प्रे, तो एक प्रेइंग का हमारा है, तो वो आस्ते आस्ते थोड़ा डाइल्यूट हो रहा है. नेक्स्ट जनरेशन अनलेस दे हैव एन इम्पॉर्टेंट डिसीजन वो प्रे नहीं करते, तो उनको वी हैव टू टीच देम हाउ टू प्रे. प्रे आई डोंट मीन कि ओनली हाथ पर ऐसे नहीं, कि फेथ इन समथिंग, सम फेथ कि सम सरेंडर, सम हायर,
believe in something
कुछ
which
भी
is
हो सकता है.
more powerful. Yeah.
How much is like filmy thing, like, when you met each other, so how was it like?
स्टूडियो में ही मिले हम लोग. ये एक फिल्म कर रहे थे जो फिर बाद में ही ड्रॉप्ड आउट ऑफ इट, बट उसमें एक ड्यूएट था हरिहरन जी के साथ. वैसे ही मिले हम लोग, स्टूडियो में मिले. और फिर एक दो बार ऐसे फिर फ्यूजन प्रोजेक्ट हुआ, तो मुझे फ्यूजन गवाया. आई डोंट नो व्हाट फ्यूजन वाज. सो उसके बाद समहाउ आई ऑल्सो लाइक्ड हिम एंड ही ऑल्सो लाइक मी. फिर मैंने आई थॉट टू माई सेल्फ, इफ़ ही प्रपोजेस आई विल मैरी, अदरवाइज हम तो नहीं कुछ कर सकते. बट ही डिड प्रपोज, और फिर
Wow.
I said yes. That's how it worked. It was basically music. We met in the studio. For me, it had to be something in the person's character more than music. Music to hai. I could have married any time before, but it was something in his character. एक steadiness था character में. I saw steadiness. I saw a person who had a very steady, very dependable characteristics.
Lot to learn, sir. Hum Dil De Chuke Hum, how would you rate that, like as a composition and as
It is
Ismail Darbar.
Ismail
He
Darbar.
loves Ismail Darbar's music.
Excellent composer.
इनको बहुत अच्छा लगता है इस्माइल
Beautiful
दरबार जी का
composer.
म्यूजिक.
Very different and original.
I think a lot of times you've been asked this question, that what do you like about AR's music, but how you notice intricacies in his music.
But I know ARG for a long time. And his father, I knew when I was studying in college and school. His father was a music director in Chennai.
Ji, and
he knew my
well.
father very well, and my elder brother Vaidyanathan used to work with AR's father Shekharji. So I knew them for a long
I
time.
knew him as a small boy also, I think.
Then subsequently, after coming back to India, then I met him more often. At that time, I knew his father. Before I left India, 70s and things like that, I used to know his father very well. Then I came back in 95. After that, when I was doing a film and things like that, I met ARG. And then he was starting his institute, KM Conservatory at that time.
Oh.
So he came. At that time, we met in Bangalore in my place. And then subsequently, I was also very happy because he one of the tribute song I did for my father, Don't Leave Me, which was part of my Conversation album. He said he really liked it. So we redid another version with my family, with Bindu, Mahati, my granddaughter, and his family. We all re-recorded the piece a couple of years back and put it. And recently for a Lakshminarayana festival, we gave him that international award, and also there was a fireside chat. Wow. He talks beautifully about, he's a very brilliant, not only a composer, also a visionary in doing different things. He thinks far ahead of things and also thinks of next generation. Institution is one thing and composing is one thing, but doing other things is
and giving back to music, like all of us, all of you guys are doing.
Very, very brilliant, very, very brilliant work.
So which is your favorite AR composed Kavita Krishnamurthy song?
I think Tu Hi Re is one of the beautiful compositions, and both Kavita and Hariharan, they have sung that. I've heard beautiful.
And especially I think because it has a classical to it as well.
Yeah, it's a very unusual, very beautiful composition.
Very original.
Charukeshi comes slightly
Is
in
it
there.
Charukeshi?
Like maybe Antara, I
thought
think.
about it.
That's what I heard AR sir say one time.
I never thought
yeah,
of it.
based on Charukeshi.
Yeah.
Would you please like?
Tu Hi Re is a bit difficult for me to sing because it's rather high. Can I just take the scale once before I just lapse into too high a note? I'll take it a little lower then. Ai re, जान रे इन सांसों में बस जाऊं मैं, आजा रे आजा तुझ में समा जाऊं मैं, पल पल वक्त तो बीता जाए रे, जरा बोल वक्त से कि वो थम जाए, आई रे लो मैं आई हूँ तेरे लिए, जान रे इन सांसों में बस जाऊं मैं.
Oh God. This is so good. This is so beautiful. This is very simple. This is so and difficult at the same time.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest songs I have sung. It's really tough because right now I sang it a lower scale, but the original is at least 2 notes higher than this. It's probably D sharp, I think, in E flat, very high. And then अंतरे के lines बहुत, 2 lines बहुत ऊंची बात. That's very high.
Oh, that's very high.
तो very high. So मैं गाने के बाद रहमान जी आए और मुझे अब बोले वो वापस 2 लाइन गा दीजिए मेरे लिए. तो मैं उनको तरफ देख मैं इसकी जस्ट गिव इट योर बेस्ट शॉट. तब मैं ऊपर वाले से एक प्रेयर बोल के फिर मैंने पूरा माइक में पेल्ट किया. तब जाकर ही स्माइल्ड एंड सेड ओके. It was a very tough. Those 2 lines were very
But
tough
even
for me.
if, like 2 takes and you got this like bang on.
Not takes as such. उस टाइम तो वो शुरू हो गया था कि एक पूरा मुखड़ा एक साथ गा ले, 4 लाइन एक साथ गाते थे. ये नहीं था कि एक वर्ड नहीं, 2 3 लाइन्स एक साथ. पर वो सेपरेट, वो 2 लाइन मैंने सेपरेट, पूरा गाना गाने के बाद ओके होने के बाद वो 2 लाइन मैंने सेपरेटली गाया. ही सेइंग नो यू टेक अ फुल ब्रेथ एंड सिंग.
But I think personally one of the places, one song जो मुझे लगता है, and I very distinctly remember breaking down few times listening to that. Rockstar का जो है
तुमको पा ही लिया.
लिया.
What a song, no?
और
अरे कितना
एक तो placement and composition, if at all she wants to just give us.
तुमको पा ही लिया मैंने यूं जैसे मैं हूँ, एहसास तेरा पास में तेरे हूँ.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I was just thinking like it's going to be purely about music. You know, we'll talk a lot about music, but I think more than that, the life lessons which that both of you are giants and very distinct, and the way you coexist with these differences and the similarity.
Without abhiman. Without abhiman.
आपके ऊपर फिल्म नहीं बनी. Nobody can make that film on you. You know.
Abhiman should not be the wall between us. That's true.
What do you think you really accomplished? I'll ask Elisa first. As what is something that you think is the biggest accomplishment as an artist?
I think there's a couple of things. One is my father's vision, which he dreamt about putting the Indian violin in the world map, where hearing it as a solo instrument, Royal Albert Hall and all those places. So he worked towards it, he developed the methodology, and he taught us so that we were able to do it. That's one of the things which made
And
my
he
father...
was there to attend one of your concerts with Zubin Mehta, no?
He was there to see that, because when I played with Yehudi Menuhin in New York, Menuhin was like one of the greatest Western violinists in the history. When we did something together and I composed that journey, we played together, then he wanted to see it. So there's a video, the television, those days they used to play it on the television. So we got a copy, my father said. Similarly, playing the full orchestral thing, the first major orchestral composition written by an Indian who played with the New York Philharmonic with Zubin conducting. He could see that, he saw that.
Oh,
so
wow.
some of the major things, like Fusion album with Herbie Hancock or Stephen Grappelli, all those things he could, his dream, he was able to actually feel and see the things. Him being happy was one of the greatest happiness that gave me. That is one side. Second side, doing his festival and making people realize, his contribution. Lakshminarayana Global Music Festival has been 35 years, and we are the festival. We
Iconic.
Iconic. And we have brought symphony orchestras. We have premiered, recently we premiered Navagraha Symphony yesterday.
We also in our festival, हमारे festival में we've had people like George Duke. Al Jarreau has come for our
Oh, wow.
festival.
Yes, I saw that video. Yes.
Yes.
A lot of
So,
great
there on
artists.
apart
YouTube
from
channel.
classical, jazz, and
folk.
we've had Russian violinists like Vadim Repin has played.
African music, global
तो
music.
बहुत डिफिकल्ट है ये काम, पर इन्होंने किया अलग अलग आर्टिस्ट, और हम लोग कभी चार्ज नहीं करते ऑडियंस को. इट हैज़ ऑलवेज बीन फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट for the audiences. We've never charged any tickets.
And we have been
Because
able
he's felt
to-
कि मेरे फादर बोलते कि जिसको म्यूजिक से लगाव है, he should be able to come.
Thank you for doing that, sir. And we can't thank you enough.
Very kind
And
of you.
कविता जी, आपको क्या लगता है कि आपकी सबसे बड़ी accomplishment क्या रही है? कितना कुछ है?
जैसे इन्होंने कहा है कि आई एम द ग्रेटेस्ट पढ़ो, म्यूज़िक में मुझे तो लगता है कि मैं एकदम चींटी हूँ, क्योंकि मैंने बहुत बड़े बड़े आर्टिस्टों को सुना है और बड़े आर्टिस्टों को सुनकर बड़ी हुई. तो मेरे म्यूज़िक अकम्पलिशमेंट ख़त्म करने के लिए मुझे और एक जन्म तो लेना ही पड़ेगा. और मैं सोचती हूँ अगला जन्म में पैदा हुई तो मैं सोच रही हूँ कि मेल आर्टिस्ट हो तो अच्छा हो, पता चला कि वो जवारी लेके कैसे गा सकते हैं. और मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ अगले जन्म में मैं जब पैदा होंगी, अगर आर्टिस्ट ही बनना है, और मुझे बड़े गुलाम अली खान साहब, आमिर खान साहब और लता मंगेशकर तीनों मिलके एक आर्टिस्ट कैसे बनेगा, वो बनना है मुझे. तो मतलब कोई
But
बैठ नहीं पाएगा मेरे सामने.
But if I can say something, being in completely exclusively in Bollywood, singing whatever 30,000 songs in multiple language, and every Indian pretty much knows her, because when any film, some film, somebody would have seen it. Then after doing all your life that, all of a sudden going and doing a duet with Al Jarreau, or doing with the symphony orchestra, singing Bharat
बिल्कुल
Symphony,
अलग,
which is totally
थैंक्स टू
different
हिम,
thing.
इनके
Very,
वजह
very
से
difficult.
वो एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन बहुत हुआ है. वो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी कि अलग अलग कंट्रीज़ में गई हूँ मैं, जहाँ सोच भी नहीं सकते थे, और वैसे वैसे म्यूजिशियंस के साथ
I think
perform
different
किया
genre
है.
of music.
तो इट्स बीन बहुत एक्साइटिंग. लास्ट 25 years ऑफ माई लाइफ बहुत ही एक्साइटिंग एक जर्नी हुआ है म्यूज़िक में. अभी मुझे कोई टेंशन्स या उस हिसाब से डर नहीं है. इट्स नॉट लाइक अ यंग सिंगर जिसको बहुत मेहनत करके. तो पीपल नो मी नाउ, आई एम रियली एन्जॉइंग दैट एस्पेक्ट ऑफ लाइफ कि डू वॉट यू वॉन्ट टू डू, लर्न एवरी समथिंग न्यू, कुछ ना कुछ एक कॉम्पोजिशन नया सीखो, नहीं भी होगा कोशिश करो. ऑल दोज थिंग्स आई एम एन्जॉइंग नाउ.
What is music to you, and what music can do for an average person?
Yeah, it's much more than entertainment, because one should have an open mind, because people, when they, because sometimes they say, oh, we don't know classical music, we have not heard classical music or any music, so we won't appreciate. You shouldn't go with that idea. Basically, it is a vibration, sound. And it is very funny when you see the science of music. There are 3 very tiny bones inside the ear which takes any vibration, and then it's inside the brain. The wiring is so much that segregates and also makes it realize the emotion of the music. Somebody is sad, somebody is happy, somebody is, there's a lot of different emotions are felt through this simple vibration. So it is, one has to have an open mind to listen to anything. Many times the instrumental music, because it doesn't have a language barrier, it is easier for foreigners and also for us. If an opera singer comes and sings in Italian, how many people will be able to understand? If a piano player or harp player or flute player plays, we appreciate the melody, whether it is our melody or their melody. Some melody which is soulful, which touches your heart, you are moved with that. So music is something like that, and also it's beyond everything. There is for emotional balance, intellectual development. What we do with music, basically sometimes there are 5 notes in Bhupali or Mohanam, which somebody is singing for 40 minutes, 45 minutes. If we just sing Arona, Arona, ascending and descending after 2 times, People will leave, they will get bored. So the permutation and combination where you're trying to create different little motives, different dynamics, different emotion, different ornamentation. Only with these 5 notes, we try to do all these things to make people sit and listen in a higher level. So basically, as a musician, you have to do all these things with the 5 notes. If you are very well trained, you can do that. Similarly, audience comes with an open mind, saying that it is the sound and it is the emotion we are going to feel. Many times when you sit in a concert, during at least that time, you don't feel like, I've not, my car, whether it has petrol, whether tomorrow, what time, nothing, you forget the entire time. And your mind is somewhere else, clear of all the tension, clear of all the pressures. You are in a different world. Sometimes even after the concert for artists, for several hours, we are in a different thing. We don't think about anything. That sound keeps on going. Phrases keeps on going. Whether thinking that you could have done better, whether, oh, that was nice, we should next time do it, elaborate more. Something happens. So music has that quality of taking your mind to another level, bring peace and happiness if you can go in that direction.
वाह एंड कविता जी, आपकी म्यूज़िक से लोग इतना मुतासिर होते हैं, इतना कुछ सीखते हैं, इतना कुछ समझते हैं. म्यूज़िक आपके लिए क्या करता है?
मुझे मैं म्यूज़िक में हूँ इस बात की, मुझे बेसिकली इस बात की खुशी, और मैं ईश्वर को रोज़ थैंक करती हूँ. और मेरे लिए एक्चुअली म्यूज़िक इतना मायने रखता है इन द सेंस कि आई फील कि म्यूज़िक की वजह से मेरे लिए बहुत स्पिरिचुअल डोर्स ओपन होते हैं, बहुत स्पिरिचुअल डोर्स ओपन हुए हैं. और बहुत सारे ऐसे स्पिरिचुअल लोगों के सामने भी मुझे परफॉर्म करने का मौका मिला, मंदिरों में भी परफॉर्म करने का मौका मिला. एंड मुझे इट्स अ प्रोसेस ऑफ प्यूरिफिकेशन, क्योंकि मुझे पता है कि उस क्षण जब मैं 5 मिनट का गाना गा रही हूँ, मेरे अंदर कोई गलत सोच नहीं आ सकता, क्योंकि मैं उस टाइम सोच रही हूँ कि ये गाना मैं कैसे गाऊँ, इसका सुर क्या है, लय में गाना है, वर्ड. तो वो 6 मिनट्स के लिए माई माइंड इज़ वेरी प्योर. और वैसे ही जब मैं दूसरे आर्टिस्ट को सुनती हूँ और वो बहुत अच्छा राग बजा रहे हैं, उन क्षणों के लिए मेरे अंदर कोई भी गलत थॉट, कुछ भी गलत आ नहीं सकता. तो इट्स अ प्यूरिफिकेशन प्रोसेस मेरे लिए. इसलिए मैं ईश्वर से बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करती हूँ कि मुझे संगीत में रखा, क्योंकि वो प्यूरिफिकेशन प्रोसेस ऑन करने की जो है वो, उससे मैं बहुत खुश रहती हूँ कि ज़िंदगी में.
सच में आप दोनों के म्यूज़िक से हम काफ़ी प्यूरिफाई हुए हैं, काफ़ी कुछ चीज़ें हमने सीखी हैं. और आज मुझे लगता है कि बहुत बड़ा सौभाग्य जो मेरा है कि पाँव छूने का मौका मिला मुझे सर के, विच वाज रियली अ लॉन्ग चेरिश्ड ड्रीम. कविता जी को बिल्कुल रूबरू बैठकर सुनने का, उनसे दिल्ली की वो बातें देखने का मौका मिला है. Did you guys enjoy, like, or was it?
No,
No, it was
really
fine. We really
beautiful.
enjoyed talking to you. We were quite
Very, very
relaxed.
nice, yeah.
We just talked to you like we would talk to a friend and opened up.
You are also, I came to know about your background also,
Yes,
music and
yeah.
everything. It was we
The
really
fact
enjoyed
that you
doing it.
feel music
Really
like that
enjoyed it.
makes us feel, easier to think. Except I don't know, my
It's a
singing was
pleasure.
not that great, but it's okay.
No.
Please,
Like, of course.
polish it up a little. If you can.
Thank you very much. This is an unforgettable episode of Longplay. और ये बड़ी लंबी अनप्लान्ड बातचीत जो अब की हमने आज, वो एक और अच्छे एपिसोड में आपसे मिलेंगे. लेकिन आज का एपिसोड बहुत अलग अलग डायमेंशंस में आपको म्यूज़िक की लेके जाएगा, आर्ट की, लाइफ की. सो थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच कविता जी एंड सर. थैंक यू.